Welcome, friends and fellow adventurers. This is Alex Reed, the DM here for Cocked, a Real Play D&D podcast, as well as your guide to the lands of Manassas. And tonight, here on Cocked, we have a very special one-shot for you guys, going on a Halloween special, and it is focused on the Order of the Blood Hunters, who are known as the Order of the Bloodhawks in Manassas. So, here's a little overview. You guys will be led by Haisk Muernin, who is the leader of the Blood Hunters, the Order of the Bloodhawks. He is taking you guys to Vinveil Island. Haisk has been contacted by a friend from the Yoshe Isles to investigate strange occurrences taking place on the Island of Vinveil. Haisk's friend has noticed an uptick in smaller imps and quasits and is worried that it could lead to or be an indication that a greater and darker force is at play. This one-shot is going to take place on the 24th of Hammer, or Deep Winter, on the calendar. It is the winter solstice, and the year is 326 GOC. The veil between the Shadowfell and the material plane get weaker during the solstice, and it's easier for beings to cross between planes. The one-shot will begin as you guys are all arriving just off the coast of the island of Vinveil. You guys do have kind of a customized ship, more of like an icebreaker. It's got like metal pieces on the front to protect the wooden part of the ship, so it is a little bit heavier. So the ship is trimming slightly forward, even though they did try to offset it with adding some weight to the back. You guys are getting ready to arrive. They're dropping anchor. Let's introduce our characters before we go forward.
Hey guys, it's Connor Joyner. I'm playing Garen Flintclaw, a bronze, long-deceased father. He is a blood hunter, fighter, and he's roughly 6'11", about 250 pounds, with tawny fur, a very distinctive black mane with silver tips, with very dark reddish gold eyes that are a byproduct of his initiation into the Blood Hunter Order.
I'm Jessica Reed. I play Gustar. He is a human bard blood hunter. He's about 57 years old. He's bald, no beard, no hair. You can see kind of scars throughout his body. He's about 6'2", 250 pounds, so broad and stocky. And yeah, just going with the flow to each adventure.
Hi, this is Alex Groves. I will be playing Lars Volmir, human straight blood hunter tonight. Lars was actually a street urchin as a young child, didn't know who his family was, just grew up with a bunch of street kids, and was actually brought in and adopted by a member of the Order of the Bloodhawk. And that's how he got interested in and became working with as a blood hunter. He now works every once in a while as a bounty hunter, but whenever the Order of the Bloodhawk calls, he definitely answers. He's your very average human, about 5 feet 5 inches tall, 150 pounds, only 24 years old. He gets very excited in battle, so he's one to rush in rather quickly.
Hi, I'm Reggie Morris. I'll be playing Roland, the gunslinging blood hunter. Roland is about a 6'5", darker-skinned human with dreadlocks that are tied up underneath shorter brim cowboy hat, and he wears like a nicer tunic underneath this long black duster. Roland has a pair of black circular glasses, and he has red eyes.
So the question for you guys is, why did your character decide to go on this adventure?
Well, for Lars, they called, and he feels, like I said, he was a street urchin until they brought him in, and they've trained him and everything. He is just a blood hunter. Like, he does bounty hunting every once in a while if there's no work for blood hunters, but if blood hunter, the Order of the Bloodhawk calls, he's right there ready to serve.
It's kind of like a duty, so to speak.
Yeah, he feels a duty to,
like an obligation or a duty towards the Order of the Bloodhawks.
Yep.
Roland, he was just kind of drifting because he normally does work for his mother and father, so he was just kind of in between jobs. So he just thought, why not?
Gustar's just here for the ride.
Garen is here because of the proximity to Pride Island. He wants to ensure that this threat doesn't make it to his home and endanger not only his family, but the other prides of the island, really.
Hi, I'm Alex Reed, DM here for Cocked, a Real Play D&D podcast. Today I will be kind of jumping in and out. I created a character, Haisk Muernin, who is leading this group. He'll be with you guys, helping you guys out. You guys have just gotten just off the Island of Vinveil. You are getting ready. You're unloading supplies and stuff like that. You're moving them to the shore. Go ahead and make DC 12 dex save.
20.
13.
14 on the dice. I couldn't find my
Okay,
stats.
then you're good.
Yeah, it was 18.
8.
Okay, well, it is a group check, so I think that overall is above a 12. You guys are unloading these materials from the ship. They're heavy crates. They couldn't get all the way to land, and you can't obviously get a rowboat in crushed ice and solid sheets of ice. So you guys are dragging these crates or carrying these crates across kind of a frozen tundra, roughly about, I don't know, half a mile to get to shore. Because they didn't want to get too close with the ship. They didn't want to break anything. So as you guys are going across, Garon loses his footing briefly, but the three of you have the other corners of the crate that you're carrying, so it kind of dips for a second, but you guys pull it back, and he's able to catch his footing. Go ahead and make another dex save.
24.
21.
6.
19.
So you guys are moving along. I'm going to say that Garon and Gustar were carrying the back corners. So Gustar was affected when Garon fell the first time and kind of got himself right, and they were both struggling, and Gustar slipped as a direct impact of Garon dropping his corner for a moment. So they both kind of struggle. The front two, you guys kind of slow down for a second and let them kind of get their footing and catch up. So now you guys traverse for most of the way, but as you guys get close, all of you start to feel like the ice start to shake. You guys get to the shore. There's a lot of you guys. Everybody gets the supplies there. And you guys start setting up camp, and Haste kind of walks over to you guys, and he says, Bloodhawks, we need to discuss where we're going.
Can't do it here.
I'd rather not around the crew. They're going to stay here and wait for us, because as soon as we get back, they are immediately escorting us to the ship, and we are getting off this island.
I mean, I'm cool with it.
Just don't want it in earshot of anybody outside of the order, that's all.
Let's go.
So you guys kind of walk a little bit of ways away from camp, and he pulls out a map, and he shows you. He says, my contact also sent a map of the island to us. He dared not step on foot on the island, but he did take drawings and everything from the coast. He is a fisherman from a local island. This has been going on for months. And when the ice set in, he couldn't get back to keep tabs. So he asked and requested that we come in and check. So we have about a 4-hour journey from here to the center of the island. I believe there is an old temple there that we will be looking for. And if we can find that temple, I have a feeling that there's something there that started a lot of this.
Got any idea of what the something is?
Unfortunately, I'm not positive, but I do know that when we discussed it, you four were some of the most well-trained blood hunters we could get on such a short notice. So,
Why doesn't he want to set foot on this island? What about it scares him?
well, he's a fisherman, and he sees quasits and imps. I mean, if you saw a quasit or an imp in your village, I'm sure most people would be a little scared. There'd be some of you that weren't, but just a simple, mere common fisherman, he's not going to want to take on a demon or an imp or anything
I mean,
like that.
I've never seen a quasit or an imp, so... I mean, I've seen pictures, but I've never actually killed one before, so I'm kind of excited.
If that's truly what this is, then it should be an interesting journey for you, friend.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again, by the way.
Oh, thanks. I'm happy I got the call.
Yes. If you guys want to just check your weapons, get everything ready, we'll be ready to depart in 5.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Sure. What's your character's name again?
Lars.
Lars. Okay.
Yeah. And you'll see Lars, it's extremely cold where we are. You'll see him reach into his backpack and set It'll like this big wad of leather basically, and he's going to set it down on the ground and kind of unwrap it, and there's going to be a little 3-inch cube that he puts down on the ground, and if you get within 15 feet of that, it's a thermal cube. It gives off 95-degree heat in a 15-foot area, so he's going to kind of stand near that while everyone's finishing up.
A couple minutes pass by, and Haisk returns and just looks to all of you and says, Are we ready to set out?
Gustar's just shaking his head yes.
Yeah, let's go.
You're not supposed.
I'm ready.
So you can hear the crunch of the snow under your boots as you start to walk. And it's not deep snow. It's a couple inches, but as you continue going, you notice it quickly starts to build a little higher and a little higher. You guys are going to be traveling for about 2 hours. As you guys start to walk the next leg of the journey, you guys start to notice there are some strange marks on the ground, and I'm going to have you guys all roll investigation checks to see if you can tell what it is.
Roll these with advantage.
20.
Yeah, I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
22.
19.
So you guys looking at it, because he had mentioned before that they believe there were imps and quasits, you guys do remember through your training and when you guys became blood hunters, there were different texts and things that you guys had to read and study on different tracks and like the habits of these creatures. So you guys could see they're not like footsteps. Some of them are almost like they hop. Some of them look like they maybe touch down and flutter for a little ways and touch. So you can kind of surmise that they are imps. And it's what you read about quasits. They don't necessarily walk. They more hop along. So you're looking at it, and it's a little different as far as the tracks go, but definitely something there. But there's one that you guys see that you don't quite understand. It's tough to make it out just because of the odd shape. It looks like a step, but it also looks like it drags at some point as well.
Could we do like a history check maybe to see
Sure.
if we... that is a 14.
23 on history.
15.
23.
You've seen texts about this. There's a couple different things that people, there's a couple different theories that people believe make these tracks. You do know that they are demonic or devilish in nature for the most part.
Are there any specific theories or?
You know that the majority of them circle around like demonic or devilish creatures that make these marks.
Right.
But they don't have anything for certain. That is one of the reasons that Haisk is here. He's documenting this because they are building basically lore and any type of history of these events. One of the big things the Bloodhawks have done for the last couple hundred years is they have patrolled the portals that were used to create the realms. And so they kind of watch like the Fey portals, the portals to the Shadow Realm, things like that. They travel around and they make sure that those are taken care of. So you as blood hunters would know that's something that is your call.
Seeing the tracks, Lars is going to pull out his heavy crossbow and go ahead and knock a bolt in there and kind of just be at the ready.
Okay.
Yeah,
Since we're
Roland,
seeing tracks, identifiable tracks.
yeah, Roland just has his rifle slung over his shoulder.
Garen's pulled his one of his two great swords out and has it ready.
And as I don't know if anyone has traveled with Lars yet. So if not, for a human, his eyes look very different when is it dark or is it light? I can't remember.
It's still light,
Okay.
but it's
As it gets dark, you're gonna notice his eyes kind of have like a different kind of glow to them than normal human eyes. He was been granted with devil's sight, so he has dark vision up to 120 feet.
As we're walking, Roland is gonna kind of just turn towards Lars and just be like, "So, what's your story exactly?" I'm asking you because, I mean, you and I were the only ones able to actually stay on our feet the whole time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was basically raised by the Bloodhawks. They've trained me, and if they need me, I come, and I've been working as a bounty hunter quite a bit lately. But they called, and of course I came running. So,
Roland,
what about you? I haven't seen you around before.
Yeah, just kind of caught wind of something I can maybe get paid for, just in between doing things for my
Sure.
parents.
The rifle's quite impressive. I've actually never seen I've just got the crossbows. That's all. I've never actually seen an actual rifle or gun before. So
Roland, when you say that, kind of like grins a little bit and like pulls out his 44 Magnum on his side and like flips it over and like hands you, or doesn't hand it to you, just like shows it to you, and like he shows you like the chamber and everything in it and like kind of how it works, like the hammer pulling back on it and whatnot.
yeah. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I don't know if I could handle something like that.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of people can, but
Yeah.
I mean, you are at least able to stay standing up, so I'm sure you'd be fine.
So it's at this point you guys notice Haisk kind of puts his hand up and he gets down close to the ground and starts kind of looking at the tracks. And he begins to draw his greatsword and he runs it across his neck and he activates his right.
Alright. Roland's not going to react to it in any way, just whatever.
Make a perception check, everybody.
17.
17 as well.
13.
7.
I would say also Lars is probably pretty close to Haisk, being the ranking member of the Bloodhawks. He's gonna stay pretty close to him.
So you notice that when he pulls out his sword, because you guys are in the frozen, he actually activates his rite of flame on it. So flames shoot from his sword as he does it. And you start to see kind of the snow start to melt away. And as you do, you notice that the mark that was around that snow, around those drag marks, he kind of digs the mud that was there, what looks like mud, and brings it close and smells it and then holds it out and has everybody all smell it. Go ahead and make a nature check.
That's a 15 for Lars.
12.
14.
20.
So, all of you, the smell of sulfur hits you extremely hard as he lifts this up and he kind of looks at you and he says, "This isn't regular mud."
I mean, guess it means we're heading in the right direction.
I do. I think we're headed in the right direction, but I think we need to be on our guard. And it's at that point you guys hear rustling and crunching coming from like a tree line about 20 feet away from you. And everybody roll for initiative.
8.
13.
Lars got a 7.
7.
Oh no. Lars did have I did say he had his crossbow out and kind of ready.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So,
Same with Roland.
And then he took a nap.
So you guys heard this crunching noise, and all of a sudden from the tree line bursts 4 creatures. And you see 2 imps and 2 quasits come out of the tree line. And just as that happens, again, they're about 20 feet away from you, a shadow demon follows right behind them. So they burst through the tree line. These quasits and imps, you can hear them kind of snarling and cackling, and the shadow demon just comes out behind it, and just you see it as it steps out, its feet, you see it leave these drag marks as it kind of steps forward. So you can start to piece together, this is what was making those marks. You were probably seeing either these or another group of these. And as you start to kind of think about it, it starts to click that these are probably patrols. that these are probably groups that are patrolling the area. They didn't actually see you until they came out of the tree line, so they are reacting now, but the shadow demon does fly up about 10 feet and then move forward 20. Haisk looks back at you and just jumps and takes just this huge swing as a shadow demon comes close. 22 hits. Ugh. But he does get 2 attacks. So he does 12 on the first. Ooh, that one's better. And 16 on the second, so 28 total damage with these 2 slashes as he just reaches up, just jumps up, and just you see him. It's extremely fast. For a greatsword, you would think he was swinging around a short sword just at the speed and the precision of just cutting into it.
Very epic.
And he lands just underneath it, and just you see him kind of bring the sword across his shoulder like he's getting ready to block or parry whatever comes his way. Gustar, you are up.
How far away are they? Like 20 feet?
So the shadow demon is about 10 feet above Haisk. Haisk literally leapt up and swung at it and then came back down right under it. So if you have something that is like AoE, you could go up and hit him, or distance, you could hit him. The other ones are probably, I'd say, like 15, 20 feet away from you, yes.
I'm going to bonus action blood curse the shadow demon.
Okay.
They have blood, right? That's kind of important for a blood
Shadow
curse.
blood, yeah.
For the duration, the creature has disadvantage on strength and dex checks and takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than 1 attack on its turn.
Okay. DC 14 con save?
Yeah, it says it's at the end of each of its turn to end the curse. And then I will just move forward to one of the other little things.
I will say, you do know that it does have blood, because when Haisk jumped up and slashed at it,
Oh, good point.
you do see like this dark
Ichor.
black ichor kind of pouring out of it.
Yeah.
Ew, Ichor smells.
Yeah, I'll just go up to one of the other ones, and I think I can do two attacks for 2-weapon fighting. I have 2 sickles in my hand, I think.
Yes, because is the blood curse a bonus action?
Yes.
Is 2-weapon fighting doesn't use your action and bonus action for
Yeah,
the second
that's
swing?
swing.
Oh,
off,
then just
yeah.
one. 17 to hit.
17 hits. Wait, what are you hitting?
One of the ones that were in front of me.
So like the imp or the closet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess if I'm choosing an imp, and it takes 4 damage.
Recap. You did your blood curse on the shadow demon.
Yes.
Then you ran 15 feet and
To the
attacked
imp.
the imp.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. So then it is this closet's turn, who is near Gustar. So it is going to run up to you, and it is going to make you make a DC 10 wisdom saving throw.
Nope, 7.
You now fear the closet. You're frightened for 1 minute. So at the end of, it says the target can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turns with disadvantage if the closet is within line of sight, ending the effect on itself on a success. So that's his action. He ran up to you and did that, so he can't do anything else. Roland, you're up.
Roland is gonna take aim with his rifle and shoot the closet that feared one of the people in his party for his first attack.
Okay.
22.
22 hits.
22 piercing.
22 piercing? Dead.
Okay. He's gonna take aim at just Roland kind of backed up as well, so that he's a little further away, like a more comfortable distance away. Just his
Okay.
full 30 to back up.
Mhm.
And he's gonna take aim at another. There's another imp. You said there's 2 imps, 2
There's
closets?
2 imps, 2 closets.
Okay, he's gonna take aim at an imp. 26.
26 hits.
13.
13 kills it.
Okay. Yeah, Roland just with just swift motion just pulls the trigger and then cocks the bolt back and pulls the trigger again and gets 2 easy kills from it. And he's just gonna kind of back up and he's just gonna kind of chill where he is.
Okay. And then Lars, you're up.
Okay, Lars, it was near name.
Haisk.
Haisk, thank you. When this happened, so I'm assuming he's still
Mhm.
somewhat close. So not leaving the range or the threat area of the Shadow Demon, he's going to quickly shoot at him with his crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, you don't. He has a 5-foot reach for his claw attack, so
Yeah.
I guess technically he could have gotten an opportunity attack whenever Haisk jumped up and then fell back down. But I'm going to say that basically it was reeling in pain from the two
Sure.
slashes
Makes
that
sense.
it didn't get a chance to. But yeah, you don't have to worry about getting out of its threat range.
Yeah.
You're not in it.
He's just what Lars is going to do is he's going to keep the crossbow on it. What you guys will quickly see is how fast Lars is with his crossbow. He's a some might say a crossbow expert.
Very epic.
So he can reload in a second. So he shoots one off real quick. That is a dirty 20.
Hits.
And then he's going to, as he's still rotating around, staying within the same range, getting more towards the back of the Shadow Demon, he's going to fire again. He's going to reload real quick and fire again because he has 2 attacks. And that's a 28.
Hits.
Okay, so the first is going to be 8 piercing, and the second one is going to be 12 piercing. And then you're going to see him essentially he's going to, if you're looking at him, you'll see him just drop the crossbow, and you'll see that it's kind of connected to him by like ropes and stuff like that. Yeah, so it just kind of falls away, and he pulls out his rapier, ready for.
Okay. You let loose 2 bolts.
Mm-hmm.
You see it hits once in the right shoulder and the other in the left shoulder, and you just hear this screech from the Shadow Demon as it is pissed.
Mm-hmm.
It came out and flew straight at you, and it has taken a lot of damage before it's even gotten a chance to really act.
And with my movement, I should pretty much be behind where it was now. Like if it's flowing right above Haisk, I should have rotated around to where I'm pretty much behind him now.
Yeah, Roland will just say, not shooting.
Garon,
Thanks. Lars is really energetic.
Garon, it's your turn.
So Garon's gonna put his sword in the ground because he's not within range to use his great sword. So he's going to pull his light crossbow out, and he's going to shoot at the Shadow Demon.
I love that visual of you just taking this great sword and just down to the tundra, just ready to kick ass with your.
Right. 23,
23 hits.
and then I had 2 attacks as well. So 18.
18 hits.
So the first one.
How does that work if you don't have crossbow expert?
You have to use your bonus action to reload.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'd say you use your bonus action to reload and then take your second attack.
Yes. So the first one is 9 piercing, and the second. So the first one was 9 piercing, and the second 4.
So you did just enough as the first bolt hits just shy of the neck.
Mm-hmm.
The second bolt that you fired actually ends up piercing the throat, and it goes from front to back through the trachea, and you just see that ichor start to kind of drain out, and the demon just falls lifeless. The body doesn't stay there. It immediately starts to just turn into this ichor and this ooze as it just kind of soaks into the ground.
A good kill.
Was that the last one?
No,
No, there's
that was just a shadow demon.
Okay, sorry.
So now what I'm hearing is eat the snow.
Eat the snow.
Yeah. It's the ichor is like absorbed into the
Oh,
snow.
yeah.
Eat the snow now.
I wasn't sure what you're talking about first. I'm like, wait.
You have your back turned. One imp is going to run past Gustar. Gustar, you can take an attack of opportunity if you want on this imp.
Sure.
And what it does is it jumps and
21.
starts flying to get to you. That hits. So it uses 5 feet of movement to jump up and starts flying about 5 feet above the ground as it passes Gustar. How are you hitting it?
With my sickle.
Okay. He just kind of lashes out with a sickle coming up on it.
2 damage.
Catches just the flat of the wing and kind of starts to tear. Weaves for a second, but then goes back on course. It's going to go after Lars. Does a 24 hit?
Sure.
Oh, thanks. You take 6 points of piercing damage, and you have to make a con saving throw.
Okay. Well, I'll choose one of those.
And.
23?
23 saves.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 for damage, so you take 6 points of poison damage. So if you have resistance to that, you can cut that in half again.
I mean, sure, I'll take resistance.
So no, you don't have resistance. It flies through. It does hit you.
12 points of damage. Okay.
Yes. So it did its sting because it's in its kind of bestial form. So it used its stinger to come at you, and then the other quasit goes towards Gustar and will attempt a claw. I'm assuming a 10 doesn't hit.
No.
Okay, so it kind of attempts to claw at you. It misses, swings through, looks back at you, and just kind of starts growling and making snarling noises at you.
I speak Infernal. That was highly offensive.
So Haisk, seeing the Shadow Demon fall, looking around and seeing what's left, realizing that the only thing that really is left is an imp and a quasit, he immediately pushes Lars out of the way as he squeezes between Lars and the imp, and just with one swing just kind of swings across at it. Have you ever seen somebody be able to wield a greatsword in one hand? But
yeah.
That's what Haisk does. He connects. I rolled a 19 on the die, or 18 on the die, and it's plus 12, so 30 to hit. 15 points of damage. So as he kind of pushes you back and comes across with one hand, he just beheads this imp. Like, it's flying basically at head level for you guys. He pushes you back and just comes across with a sword, and you just watch as the two parts of the imp just kind of fall and land on either side of like his body, so you can see him in front of you, and then this imp fall in two pieces. And then Gustar, it's your turn.
I thought that was the last one.
There's still a quasit that ran up and tried to hit you.
And how far away is that?
It ran right up to you,
Oh, okay.
so it's right in front of you.
Next to me. I'll just try to hit it. It's going to be a 16.
16 hits.
4 damage.
Just, do you get your bonus action too, though?
Yeah, that was just...
Oh,
one.
okay.
I was
Yep.
making sure it wasn't already dead. 22.
22 hits.
And another 4 damage.
It now dies.
Yay.
So, you guys have successfully killed the entire patrol that came out through the tree line relatively quick as well. Haisk kind of stands up and looks around, and he says, It's an honor that it was you four that came here with me. I think we're close. I think we should follow the direction that these came from. And
Very delayed. Gustar is just like, you are defeated. And then you may continue.
Haisk just kind of walks up and pats Gustar on the shoulder. Well done, friend.
Man, that one really got me with a stinger in the back. Man, that hurt.
Yes, those imps there.
They're nasty.
Oh,
You cut it right in half, though.
Well, you stabbed my friend.
Oof.
we ain't exactly got time to dilly-dally now, y'all.
Nope.
Just
Let's follow
Gustar
these tracks.
looks at Lars and says, you're healed. And you get 4 points back.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You guys continue to track through the woods.
Sorry, real quick. Also, with his rapier, Lars is going to kind of poke at the Ichor to see if we can retrieve either one of his crossbow bolts.
All the bolts are still there. They're
Okay.
just covered in ichor.
Okay. Just to
But yeah.
wipe it off. If they're in good shape, enough shape to use again.
Connor, are you trying to get your bolts back too?
He's not even going to try it. It's not even worth it to him.
All right. So you guys are continuing through. You're following those tracks. It takes you another like half hour, but you do come to a clearing. It appears to have been traversed recently, not just by this group, but there's quite a bit of prints around it, and the snow is melted around the entrance to the actual temple itself.
Can I make a investigation check to see what kind of tracks?
I mean, yeah.
12.
Do you have advantage on that too?
Yep.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's only a 12. It looks like the imps. It looks like the quasits. You can't tell if it was necessarily the patrol you ran into recently or more, but you do make your way up to the temple. you see that the snow has melted and you can enter. Is that what you guys choose to do?
Yes.
I suppose.
Well, guys, first remember, before we go any place, they always tell us we need to check the doors for traps. So let's check to see if there's any traps in the doors first. I mean, right, Haisk? Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
You sound like you're volunteering to check for traps.
I can check, yeah, if you want me to.
Roland's just gonna shoot at the door first.
As you ask that and you look around, you see that Haisk is behind the group, still knelt down at one of the marks, just kind of like looking and like digging at the shadow demon marks, and is putting it in a vial, like he's getting something to take back.
Okay.
But he just looks back and he's like, yes, if we're gonna go somewhere, definitely look for traps and check the doors first, please.
Well, then Roland shot the door, so I'm not sure what that did.
Maybe there's something on it. Who knows?
Make an attack roll for the door.
I mean, I rolled a crit.
Okay, roll your damage.
36.
Your round lodges in the stone and stays there.
Alright.
Roland, I was standing right here. I mean, maybe we should check before you start shooting things. I mean, obviously they know we're here now.
You have a ringing in your ears.
Yeah.
If the patrol ain't coming back there already, I figure they'd probably already know someone was coming, so ain't no point to really hide.
If I'm standing next to a door, just don't shoot it next time, please.
I didn't shoot you. I'm a good shot.
Lars is going to investigate.
Okay,
See
go
if
ahead.
there's any traps. Good. That is a 21.
So, there's no traps, but you do notice an ornately carved drawing on the door, and as you approach, you can see 2 palm prints on the surface.
With a bullet hole in one of them?
And no, the bullet hole is up at the top.
Okay. Well, then Lars will put his hands on the... It looks like that's the way to open the door.
Okay.
Then he feels really stupid because he looks down and sees the word pull.
As you put your hands on the door, you notice that the wall that you're looking at, right in between the palm prints, disappears, and carvings start to appear. So with your hands on it, now all of a sudden you can see what actually is hidden on the door.
Hey, guys.
And as you do that, an arch appears around the door, and the following phrases flare to life below the arch in glowing letters. In darkness it starts, and in darkness it ends. It burns as it rises and as it descends. The in-between places glow warmly, but not like the apex, the highest it goes. Follow its path as it travels above, from start until finish, all colors thereof. And as the words finish flashing, there are 11 crystal orbs that appear along the bottom of the doorway.
Well, that's not foreboding at all.
As you look, there are 2 dark purple orbs, 2 red, 2 orange, 2 green, 2 blue, and 1 yellow.
Well, normally when I play this game, we have to put 3 of the same color in a row, so this is going to be difficult. There's only 2 of each color.
And as you look, you do see that there is a line right above where those words had appeared, and there's 11 holes across.
And can you say what the text said again? I'm sorry to have you.
Yeah, no problem.
The riddle.
There's some other colors.
It says, in darkness it starts, and in darkness it ends.
Well, real quick, sorry. Can Lars just roll to see if he can figure this out? That should probably be the way to do it, as opposed to Alex trying to figure it out.
You roll, would that just be insight?
Makes sense.
Insight or a...
Something
Well,
else.
insight is intelligence, right?
Acrobatics?
That's wisdom.
Acrobatics doesn't work. Straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
Straight
Like a time
intelligence
save?
or insight.
19.
17.
Okay. You guys are pretty sure it's about the sun, and the riddle and the orbs have to do with the pattern of the sun.
Right. So it said something specifically about color in it. What was that part?
So it said, from start until finish, all colors thereof.
So darkest to lightest, the sun at the end? The 11th one?
Is that it starts with darkness and ends with darkness?
Oh, so the 11th,
It's
the
yellow in
middle
the middle.
one.
It's
is
the
probably
phases
the
of
yellow.
sun up to sunset.
It's throughout it's the entire day. So
Yeah.
like night to sun up, all the sun, and then all the way back to night again.
Dawn
so,
to dusk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
Yes, so you have, so looking at it, you have 2 dark purple, 2 red, 2 orange, 2 green, 2 blue, and 1 yellow.
So put the 2 dark purples on the very ends.
Right.
And then the blues.
So as you do that, when you put the 2 dark purples on, you notice that they start to illuminate.
Oh, we already put the yellow one in the middle too.
The yellow one illuminates. It's in the right spot.
So then
Oh, wait. Should red go before blue? No.
no, because I think it'd be more
Dark purple,
so
blue, and
blue. Ooh, what about green?
Green
No.
would probably go near the apex. By yellow?
Maybe it would go after
would think
orange. So maybe
red,
orange is
orange,
on
yellow.
the side of the. Oh, no.
Purple.
See, from yellow, I would think it'd be yellow, orange, red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or maybe it goes yellow, green, orange,
Orange,
red.
Purple.
No, blue.
Sorry,
Blue.
hang
And then
on,
purple.
hang on. There aren't 11 spaces. I said that wrong. There's 7 spaces. Sorry. There are 7 spaces across the door. The purple ones went in and lit up, and the yellow one went in the middle
So now we
and
just
lit
gotta
up.
figure out 4 different.
Okay.
Red,
So they
orange,
get rid of the green.
then yellow.
Maybe they. So it starts and ends with purple,
Mm-hmm.
but there's probably not 2 of every color on each side. So maybe it needs to go from purple to
But he said the 2 purple on the outsides did light up.
right because it's from dark to dark.
Okay. So where does green ever fit into a?
Maybe green doesn't.
I don't
Maybe
think
it
green
goes-
does.
Yes, remember, there's 11 crystals that you can see, 11 crystal orbs, but there's only 7 slots on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to use all of them.
And what are all the colors besides the purple?
So you have
And green. and yellow.
dark purple, red, orange, green, blue, and yellow.
Red, blue, green, orange, yellow. Okay. And the purple are on the ends. They're lit
I
up.
think
so they're
red
in
and
the
orange
spot.
would probably go on the sunset, and the blue
And green would go on the
sunrise.
sunrise.
Okay, so
Because
Lars
sunrise-
puts a blue next to the purple on the left.
However, red could go on
You
sunrise.
put a blue next to the purple one on the left.
Yeah.
You take 1 point of
Oh, that's
lightning
not green.
damage. As you go to put it in, it shocks you, but it doesn't light up.
So put that.
That's
on
not
the,
right.
Put that on the sunset then.
You put it on the sunset.
Okay, Gustar grabs the blue and puts it next to the purple on the sunset side.
You take 1 point of lightning damage.
All right, so fuck blue. Like blue's gone.
Oof. Man.
I'm gonna take an orange and put it next to the purple on the sunrise side.
Roland's just keeping a lookout.
You put the
there's
orange
three-
next to the purple.
Yeah.
There's 3 people
You
on
take
this.
2
He's-
fire damage, as it doesn't light up.
Yeah, Roland's just keeping a lookout. He's not going to be distracted with that.
Okay, so the 2 purples are lit up and the sun's lit up, right?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm gonna take a green and put it on the sunrise side.
You take 3 points of acid damage, and it does not light up.
All right, fuck green too.
Okay,
Green and blue,
the-
they don't belong. I don't think.
I'm gonna take a red and put it next to the purple on the sunrise side.
The red one lights up.
Okay, perfect.
Wait,
So
Put orange.
orange next to
Orange next to the red.
Okay, so that one lights up. So here's what you have so far. You have purple, red, orange, yellow,
Sun.
lit up.
Two
Then you
blanks.
have 2 blanks, and then purple.
So now we gotta go
Did
to
we already
sunset.
try blue on the other side? Did you try that?
I think yeah.
Yes,
we
you-
tried
you tried blue
on
on
the
both
sunset
sides.
side. Yeah.
Try doing it the same on the sunset side.
You want to do orange and then red?
Yeah, and I'll put them in.
Both, just one of them, please. Start with one.
I'm gonna put the red across from the other red one.
Okay, so
And
you're
then
putting the red next to the purple.
Yes.
Yes, that one lights up.
Oh,
Okay.
right. And then put the orange in.
and then I'll put the orange one in.
Okay, as you put that orange one in,
Oops.
all of them light up,
Oh, okay.
and you hear, and you can hear kind of the stone grinding against stone as you watch as the doorway slides backwards and then to the left. And now the door to the temple is open. And as you walk in, you are entering a chamber that is 20 feet wide by 20 feet long before it drops down into a 10 foot wide by 10 foot tall hallway.
Okay.
Is it dark?
Yes.
Roland does have goggles of night on. Those are just his regular glasses that he wears.
Make a perception check. Everybody can.
13.
13.
16.
Do I get advantage because of my special eyes?
I rolled a 1.
You
Too old.
He's sleeping.
Your eyes are
You
shut.
just hear the purring.
you guys walk in, and if it wasn't obvious that there were torches on the wall, it is now. As who's closest to a Brone or to Garon?
I'm probably like second in line. I don't know who wants to
I
lead.
mean, if we were carrying the crate on the ship, I'd be near you.
Yeah, I'm in the back.
As you guys, well, you're gonna want somebody behind you. As you guys walk into the room, you start to notice torches, and as Garon walks past it, his mane starts to catch on fire, and whoever is behind him can put it out quickly without him taking damage, but he walks too close to the torch and catches a little bit of his mane on fire. So,
I don't know what perception you think Gustar has, but
well, he rolled a 1.
that
and
ain't it.
he rolled a 1.
Lars's passive perception is pretty high. We'll just say he notices the smell of burning kitty cat, so
And puts it out.
turns around
So-
like, whoa!
You need to get your eyes checked, bud.
I should mention that Gustar does have 14 passive perception, but he doesn't put 2 and 2 together sometimes.
So yeah, so you guys walk in. Garon catches his mane on fire, not paying attention to the torches.
Oh, that smells in the
You
air
guys
now.
put it out. Yep, the smell of burnt hair is in the air.
Delightful.
You four are standing at the entrance to the 20 by 20 room, headed towards the hallway. What would you like to do?
Kind of want to investigate the room, see where we're
Okay.
at. and
Yeah,
looks
Roland will
like where
just
we're
do the
headed.
same.
If that's
So as you guys walk around the room, you do notice there are strange carvings on the walls. They don't look like they've been here for long.
is it a language that any of us knows?
I mean, I know Infernal. That's about it.
That's
Make
what
a
I was-
religion check.
Oh, well, I got advantage on that. Oh, I rolled
15.
2 2s,
Oh,
and I got
19.
advantage. So
19?
11.
What did
15.
if you got a 15 or better, you have studied with the Order of the Bloodhawks. You guys have studied quite a bit when it comes to the different religions and the different races that came through the portals at the beginning, because when the world was first created, when the gods created this land, there was nobody on it. So they opened portals to numerous different planes of existence, including the material plane, other places on the material plane to populate it. So you guys have taken the time to study what each one means. Looking at these symbols on the wall, by studying the religion, you feel this relates to more of the darker planes of existence, specifically Shadowfell.
Very delightful.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think I really paid attention when we went over this before.
There's just stuff about Shadowfell, no biggie, really.
Oh, okay. We want to move on?
I guess so. He's just gonna look at I forgot his name.
Haisk.
Yeah. He's just gonna look at Haisk. Anything else or?
Haisk is going to be tracing it and kind of like with his finger, just kind of trying to connect the dots of what it is. It is a very odd shape. Where you're at right now, it's just basically a horizontal line and then another one that cuts back at like a 45-degree angle downward, but that's it.
After Gustar looks at the writing.
I'm sorry. It's horizontal and cuts up at a 45-degree angle.
Again, very delayed. Gustar, looking at the writing, will just say, "My mind is growing," and turn and just walk to the side.
Roland, do you understand I don't understand what's happening. Okay. Sorry.
It ain't my job to.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Haisk kind of looks around and he goes, Some people are men of many words and some are just men of silence.
And humans are just flat, intriguing.
You said what?
Humans are just flat, odd, and intriguing.
He's just gonna call you a house cat in Infernal. Anyways.
Gustar then just stares
for the podcast.
at
What does that sound
Roland.
like, Reggie?
I don't know.
Yeah, give us.
What does house cat sound like in Infernal, please?
I don't know.
Garon is just gonna flip you off with a middle claw
Well,
because he doesn't
do you-
know
we
what
don't-
you said, but he is going to assume it's a insult, so he's just gonna flip you
You want
off.
that finger?
I
Or you
mean-
want to lose it?
Okay, guys, come on.
Gustar is just like
Anyways,
full on
jeez.
staring at Roland right now, just
Why don't you
with
put
this
those guns
like,
down and let's find out.
Come on, let's. Can we fight what we're here to fight?
Ro-
you guys?
Roland's giving you like a full grin. Like, by the way, like he's not like straight face. He's giving you a full grin when saying all of this.
Yeah. Gustar's just gonna start grinning on his end too. He's like, okay, yeah.
There will be time for blood.
Lars is done with this and is moving forward. You start walking
Gustar
down the
follows.
hallway.
Gustar just automatically follows you.
Garen's just gonna slap Roland on the back and just be like, "All right, we can be friends."
All right, house cat. He says that in comment.
Mini me.
So as you guys walk down the hallway, what is the marching order of everybody?
Lars is up front.
Okay, make a perception check.
It's a 12.
Okay. You feel it, but not in time. You feel a tile depress under your foot and you hear a click. Roll a dexterity saving throw. And where was everybody else compared to
19.
Lars?
I was behind Lars. Is there some way that I can? Well, never mind.
Are you behind or next
Oh,
to?
shoot. No, I'm sorry. 23. For
23?
saving throw.
I followed behind him.
Where's everybody else?
I'll just be in the back, I guess.
Okay.
And then I'm behind
Gustar.
Gustar.
So you're in a 10-foot wide hallway and you guys are walking in just a single straight line.
Sounds like it.
Just the way that
Well,
the
we're-
I'm walking kind of staggered.
Roland will just be trailing in the back, like probably like 10 feet behind the party.
Okay. So
I wouldn't say it was straight line. Never mind. Just go ahead.
well, that's what I'm asking. Are you guys in like a straight line back or are you staggered? How are you
Just
guys?
help you
I'm
idea.
walking staggered.
Lars in the front. I have no
Okay.
idea what it was.
So you're walking basically not next to Lars, but just behind him.
Yeah.
Okay. You make a dexterity saving throw. You take 2 points of piercing as an arrow screeches down the hallway and hits you.
I made a 23 save and it still hits me.
Yeah, it's half damage. I rolled 4 for damage.
Okay.
I rolled a 21 dexterity
21,
save.
so you take 2 points of damage as well. As basically you triggered the trap that shot arrows down the hallway. So as soon as you heard that click, basically like 4 wide arrows shot down the hallway, since you two were kind of staggered offset, you two got hit.
Okay.
Watch where you're stepping. He says he pulls an arrow out of his shoulder.
Yeah, well, try not to get your hair on fire again.
You guys continue down the hallway?
Well, I guess I'm going to investigate the hallway now as we're going, since we're going to do this now.
Maybe.
So that's a no, I'm not going to investigate it? Or?
No, I would say maybe you should.
A Tarrasque appears in the hallway.
Oh, God.
A boulder falls behind you.
23.
23. You notice a pattern to them.
Mm-hmm.
Every 10 to 15 feet, they're staggered on either side. So that if you didn't know they were there and you just walked in a straight line, you're almost sure to trigger at least one.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell whoever set them. As you're looking at them now, you're kind of frustrated that you tripped the one that you did. Because they aren't necessarily the stone tiles. It is an actual string that goes across that stone tile that when you push it down far enough, it triggers the trap at the far end of the hallway. You're not positive, but you feel like if you stepped on any of these other strings, you've probably already used the trap. They basically linked it numerous times to the same trap. So since you've already triggered it, most likely it won't go again.
I'm going to point out the tiles we should be stepping on anyway and let everybody know. I think we probably tripped it. There might not be any more, but just be safe. Just step on these tiles.
And so you guys get to the end of the hallway. There's turns to the left. You continue down. As you're going, make a perception check.
Everyone or just him?
Everybody can that's walking.
13.
I mean, if you would be looking at the walls, then make a perception check.
13.
19.
17.
6.
So at the beginning, when you guys are walking into that room, the drawing you saw, basically like a sailboat at first, and now it looks like the number 4. But as you continue, you start to see that it takes shape as you're moving down the hallways.
One more line. Guys, we're a line away from the devil.
Very cool. Very cool.
Gustar and Roland, with their religion checks, know that there is a rumored god that was one of the gods of creation whose symbol is an upside-down star on fire.
Very pleasant. Very pleasant.
Oh, goodness.
Roland's just going to say that when he kind of remembers it, and it's kind of like,
What's pleasant? Wait, what?
oh, I mean, God of creation's kind of upside down star on fire type deal. No biggie. Don't stress about it. Let's just keep on going.
All right. Lars keeps going.
You probably shouldn't stress about it.
So you guys are traversing this labyrinth underneath the temple, and as you are, you start to weave down the hallways. You start to see the upside-down star start to take shape.
Each new hallway we get to, Lars is going to investigate. Just putting it out there.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's important.
Okay.
Because there is one that you'll need to investigate.
Okay, good.
So
Just
good call.
with his
Just
special
across the
with his
board.
special eyes.
As you turn and look down a rather long hallway, go ahead and make your investigation check.
Give these with advantage too, by the way. That's why I'm going twice. 19.
19. So
Or an 8. DM's choice.
19
No.
or an
I'm
8.
just
No.
kidding.
I mean, it's my choice.
No.
It's too much power.
It's way too much.
All of a sudden, a giant stone falls from above you and crushes Giron. We move forward. No, I'm kidding.
Bye, guys.
Oh my god.
So you look down the hallway. You don't see any traps, but you do notice movement towards the end of the hallway as what looks like a hooded figure kind of cuts to the right towards the end of the hallway.
I don't have time to shoot it.
He gets around the corner. I mean, he's about 120 feet from you. I'd give you one shot.
Can I see him? Question mark.
I mean, it's large as nature.
I mean, it's quick, so I would give him one shot.
Okay.
And this guy's probably gonna have like 3/4 cover, but because he's disappearing around the corner. But
You're dealing with a crossbow expert.
I was gonna say same with a sharpshooter. 3/4 cover.
I'll
doesn't
put my
matter.
money on the.
I mean, do you want to do it
gunslinger.
with disadvantage or something, or
no, just straight roll. Just one attack.
that is a that's a 27.
27 hits.
Okay. That's 8 piercing.
8 piercing.
Guys, there's someone down there.
Roland just
After he shoots. After he shoots. And then Lars starts running down the hallway.
You,
Oh no.
as you shoot, you just hear this. Yay! As you hit the guy at the
Did
end
I
of the
hit
hallway.
Shaggy? What was that?
No, it's the professor from the Waterboy. But
Zoinks!
you hit the guy at the end of the hallway, and you can hear he's like, "Sir, we have company," and you can hear him yelling as he's continuing in that direction. He had 9 hit points. Like,
Oh, man.
you almost killed him.
Well,
So-
I'll do it next time.
The hallway is about like 80 feet long.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter though, right? Because you're an expert. Don't you have like 400 feet or whatever?
Well, heavy
Crossbow is
sounds-
100 feet.
Yeah. So yeah.
So, but I can go up to 400.
Okay. Up to 400. So you hit the figure at the end of the hallway.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got him.
And yeah, he hit him. And he runs around the corner. You hear him scream to somebody, "We have company." And as you are getting ready to turn the corner to look into the big room, you notice that there's a very eerie green glow coming from that. And as you come around the corner, you can see 2 figures standing in front of what appears to be a ring of... It's made of like gold and bronze. And as you look at it, go ahead, everybody. You're looking quickly, so go ahead and make a history and a religion check in that order. Give me the history first and then the religion.
History.
History is 12.
History's 19.
History's 22.
And what was the other one?
Religion.
Religion is 21.
Religion's 22.
Religion's 10.
I get advantage on all these rolls. So. I got an 18 on history. Religion, I got a 16.
Okay, so I just set the DC at 12 because you guys are all blood hunters, so you've learned this stuff. It's pretty easy for you to recall some of this stuff. But as you come around and you're looking at the actual circle, you can tell that there's different symbols for different planes of existence. As you look closely, you realize that none of them are from the good planes. And at the top, there is the symbol, which we discussed earlier, which is the upside down flaming star. And it is bright green. It is almost like a bright green rune at the top of it. And as it does, you see this flash. And as it flashes, you hear, "My job is done." And the individual that you're looking at on the left of the table that is wearing a green robe disappears.
So it was not the guy in the green robe that I shot.
No.
Different robe.
Nope.
That's the other guy?
Yep, the other guy's the one that you shot. Then you see an arm reach through the portal. As you see...
Is it like a regular arm or is it a very large
Like,
arm?
It is a very large arm that is very similar to what you saw on your way to the temple as a shadow demon emerges from the portal.
But a big one.
And you see a few more come through and you hear it, and it looks at the individual that has been shot, comes through and it looks at him and it says, "Where is your master? You are not the one who should have summoned us. And he kind of looks at him. He's like, what, he's gone. But we have company. And he points back towards the door, and you hear him say, get behind us, as 3 more shadow demons emerge from the portal. And the human goes around, basically like hiding behind the portal, but still peeking around.
Let's go. So there's 4 total.
There are 4 total blood demons that have come through the portal.
Blood demons or shadow demons?
Or shadow demons,
Okay.
sorry. They're blood demons from Reaper. That's the kit that you buy. But they're shadow demons. And everybody roll for initiative.
21.
23.
Damn y'all.
Showing off this
19. I even rolled pretty well.
One of them got a 1.
He died.
Ooh, so he gets
Just
to
sucked back into the portal.
The other
he's
ones
gone.
didn't, but one did. Lars, what did you get?
23.
Garone?
Give me just a second.
Roland?
21.
And Gustar, 19?
19.
Damn.
Katie doesn't roll this well.
13.
Haisk rolled a 6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, Lars, you are up first. You've entered the room about...
I didn't say.
Well, you guys are at the entrance to the room.
Mm-hmm.
You are about...
I'm going to investigate.
There's a difference.
You are about 40 feet away from the closest shadow demon as they're advancing towards you after pushing the human back.
Okay, so we're saying the doorway is just like the middle, I guess, of that map that we're looking at. Right
Yes,
here.
when you turn and look, it is the portal is centered for your view.
Yeah.
And it's about 40 feet between you and the closest shadow demon.
Okay. Okay. Gonna take 2 shots with my crossbow at the shadow demon closest to me.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit. And a 17 to hit.
Both of those hit.
Okay. Let's roll both at the same time here. Oh gosh, that's the wrong button. That is a 10 piercing and an 7 piercing.
7 piercing total?
No, 17 piercing total.
17 piercing
10
total.
yeah.
Okay.
So both my shots.
And we're going to say that's the blue shadow demon in the front moving towards you.
Yep. So I just kind of popped around the doorway, pop, and then I pop back in the hallway.
Papa.
Did you shoot both shots at one? Did you shoot 1 2 times?
Yeah, the blue one.
Okay.
Time twice, or 17 piercing.
Okay.
The one in the front.
Roland, you are up. Unless, is there anything else you can do? Sorry.
There's a lot I can do.
No,
But that's all he's going to do, though.
Okay. Roland, you're up.
Roland is going to take 1 shot at the one that Lars took a shot at. He's just going to poke in the room just like on the other side, like of the wall, since it's a 10-foot wide hallway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to poke in on the other side.
Now, it does end, though, so the way that you're going, like, it comes here and then turns like that. So,
So there wouldn't be a place on the other side.
yeah,
of the
there wouldn't be on the
doorway.
other
Okay.
side. You would just be sneaking around on the near side.
That's fine. Roland will actually kind of like run in the room and go to like the corner of it as
Okay.
well, and just like kind of just stay there and just take shots from there. It's 24 to hit.
24 hits.
14 piercing. It's a magical weapon as well. I don't know if that matters.
And you've run in the room?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like in the corner of the room, like close to the corner.
Okay. So he is going to...
Or I have 1 more attack still.
Okay.
I'm going to... How badly hurt does he look?
He looks pissed.
Okay.
I wouldn't say he looks hurt. He just looks pissed.
Roland's going to use his sharpshooter feat and take a -5 to the next attack roll that he does with the firearm. 25 minus 5, 20.
20 hits.
Okay. This is at the same one as well.
Okay.
3, 10, 20 piercing.
Okay. So he looks angry. He's about, say, 35 feet from you now because you stepped inside the room and moved along the wall.
If he's not dead, Roland's just going to action surge and just fire 2 more shots.
Okay.
Okay. He's going to use a Deadeye shot, or one of his grip wants to do a Deadeye shot and gain advantage. I'm just shooting at the same one.
Mm-hmm.
He's also going to use his sharpshooter feat as well again. No. I doubt 12 minus 5, 7. No.
No.
Okay. Second shot.
So you line it up, you take that shot, and as you do, you just, something in you, the light of the braziers, they just catches you off guard.
Sure.
And you shoot into one of those.
Sure.
So you hear it hit one of those columns.
His final hit, he'll do the same thing, sharpshooter feat. Probably a lot better, 29 to 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or 12, 19, 29.
Piercing.
Yeah.
Gustar, you're up.
How far away are they from the entrance?
About 40 feet from the entrance.
Then I'm just going to walk in the room 10 feet while I have 2 sickles in my hand, and I slice one up my arm, and then you see them glow and kind of just start crackling with lightning a little bit.
Roll your damage.
D4.
Mhm.
I take 1 point of damage.
All right.
I'm within 30 feet of that dude now. I'm going to cast blindness on him if I can. It's a con save of 13.
Con save of 13.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I rolled a 12 on the die, so let me see what his con is. His con is +1, so it's 13. So it meets it.
Meets it.
You attempt to blind and deaf the blue shadow demon in front of you. Doesn't work. It is its turn. It will move up to you. Do it. Does anybody speak Abyssal?
I almost did.
I mean, give me a second, I can.
So you hear this shadow demon approach and yell something in Abyssal at Gustar before reaching out to strike. Meow, 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 meow. That's what it sounds like. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes. Could I silvery barbs that, technically, as a reaction?
I think you can.
Yeah, so I distract him.
What does Silvery Barb say for a reaction?
It says you magically distract the triggering creature and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. So whoever's closest to me, which I would hope that would be Roland. So I'll be like, your encouragement.
Appreciate it.
The triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
Okay, I rolled a 10. Does a 15 hit you?
Fuck you. Yeah, so you can then choose a different creature you can see within range. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll, ability save, or saving throw it makes within 1 minute.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that's for Roland. And I'll just take the hit, that's fine.
Okay, so you're still hit. You take 10 points of psychic damage
Okay.
as this shadow demon claws into you. I don't know why it's psychic, but that's what it says.
I think they don't actually pierce the skin. It's like actually, like it would actually like reach. It's reaching into your soul, basically. That's a
Yeah,
shadow.
I'm facing my childhood trauma right now, Lars, alright? Leave me be.
Lord didn't say anything to you.
So yeah, so it strikes through. It hits you once with those claws. That's its turn.
Your father didn't love you.
Garone.
So Garon is going to step around the corner, and how far away is that demon that's going after?
Well, your party member is in the way, so he's gonna have a little bit of cover because he ran up to her. Well, to him, to
I
Gustar.
went 10 feet into the room.
Yeah.
Right. So, and he ran up to you
Right.
to attack you. So
Oh,
you
I'm
are
in front. I see
right.
what you're
You're
saying.
between. This is you attacking.
I'm
This is
blocking
what you're shooting
the shadow
at.
demon.
Okay.
Demon.
The shadow demon.
Shadow Demon. Hey
That's what the demons.
Hey everybody, Katie's back. Shadow Demon.
Oh my god, that sounds nothing like
I know.
Katie.
I'm going to step around
But maybe.
Gustar. And
Okay.
I'm going to...
So are you going in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going in, and as I step around her, I've already got
I'm a guy.
one of my great swords in my hand, and I'm going to strike the shadow demon that's attacking me.
Okay, you're only going to be able to get next to him with this based on where you were in the hallway and coming around and getting in there, because I'm assuming your movement speed isn't more than 30, is it?
It's 35.
35? So yeah, so you get right to it, right to the
Yeah.
side of it.
So I'm going to...
Extra.
And I get 2 attacks. Does a 18 hit?
18 hits.
Okay. And a 19.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll for
What kind of weapon do you have?
great sword.
Right, but magical or just regular?
It's just a regular.
Cool.
So it doesn't hardly damage
Great.
it. Yeah.
You just see the shadow go, whoof,
Oh, that tickled a little.
start.
27 points of slashing damage.
Well, you think so.
Were
Does
we
he
allowed to
feel
shoot
like his
magical?
blade actually takes hold when it goes through, or
No.
Oh.
He feels like it doesn't quite get as deep of a cut as he thought it would.
Oh, darn.
Is your crossbow magical?
I mean, now
No.
it is.
So I would say you feel the same thing.
I mean, my gun's magical.
There's no way.
I left
there's
yours
no
full
way I would-
damage, but I halved yours and halved.
So
his
it just, there's no way he would feel that.
right. But even outside, I halved yours.
But it just
That's
like
why
went
it wouldn't
through.
make sense.
Like
Yeah.
it didn't take hold. It just went. Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
Garone runs up, slashes at this shadow demon. So now you are next to it.
Mm-hmm.
The purple shadow demon is up next. He's going to double move and get right into Roland's face. That will be his turn. The green shadow demon.
Roland just kind of winks at him when he gets in his face.
The green shadow demon will move up to Garone and will claw attack. Does a 24 hit you?
Yep.
9 points of psychic damage as his claws pass through you.
How high is the ceiling in this room?
About 20 feet.
Are these things
It's a bigger chamber. It opens up.
bipedal on the ground? What's the?
They're
sitch with
floating.
so they can fly. Is that what
Yes.
we're getting?
They do have legs. They are moving, but they
Yeah.
do seem like they're kind of hovering in a sense over
Yeah,
the ground
I just
rather
want to
than
make sure. I
walking.
figured it was like the ones outside, but
I have a quick question because my Crimson Right was originally Lightning, Rite of the Storm. However, I gained Rite of Dawn as part of something that I chose. And so I want to make clear that I activated Rite of Dawn.
Okay.
That was my intention.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that radiant damage?
Yes.
Okay. So Haisk is up. He was kind of towards the back looking at the different symbols. And when you said there's somebody here, he was running up with you guys. He was just in the back because he had been kind of trying to etch the symbols and put the pieces together. And as he has, he's, right behind you guys. So he comes around the corner. He will move on the other side of the blue shadow demon
okay.
that we have there
Yep.
to give advantage to everybody else that is around it because he is across. The way that I'm going to do it is if these two are surrounding somebody, obviously they have advantage, but if you're a third person that comes up right here, because there's this cross advantage, you have an advantage as well. Like anybody attacking that creature would have advantage. It doesn't make sense that it would be like, oh no, you two do, but you don't. That's not, I don't think that makes sense. So he moves up. As he sprints in the room, you see him kind of just press his long, because he had sheathed his greatsword when he was doing the different sketches and everything. So he presses it against his leg, draws blood again. And for the record, he does have a magical greatsword. For his 2 attacks, he rolled a 17 plus 12 and a 9 plus 12. So he hits. 15. So 30 total points of damage to that one. And the blue shadow demon between the 3 of you immediately starts to just turn into ichor where it stands and just drip into the floor and turns into this puddle of ichor in between the 3 of you as Haisk slices through twice with the greatsword and does his damage. Since it was magical, they don't have resistance to, or they have resistance to fire, so it takes half of his right damage, but he still did enough. And then it will be the red shadow demon's turn in the back of the room. And he, seeing this, will move with the green shadow demon and get basically double move to be next to him, facing Garon, Lars, Garon, Haisk, and Gustar. So you guys have basically 2 in front of you, and the 3 of you are kind of standing in a semicircle facing them. Lars, you're up.
Okay, Lars is out. He's in the hallway, so no one can see him. He's let his crossbow fall to the side. He has his shield in hand, his +2 magic rapier. Mm-hmm. Just making sure. In his other hand, he casts invisibility. And he wants to find a way through everyone that's kind of outside the room without obviously bumping into anybody or anything.
I would say you could probably... Are you trying to get... I would think you couldn't get to flanking, but you could get next to...
He wants to double move as far as he can into the room.
Okay, you could get about 20 feet, 25 feet past the shadow demons that are engaged with...
Yeah. So Lars is booking it towards the portal.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Lars books it towards the portal. Roland, you're up.
So you said that there's one directly in front of me, right? It double moved and got in front of me?
Yes, the purple demon is directly in front of you.
All right.
Purple shadow demon.
Roland's just going to take 2 shots at it. He does have gunner, so since it's point blank, it doesn't impose disadvantage. He is going to use a Deadeye shot and gain advantage on it. And he's also going to do the sharpshooter thing again. 17 plus 12, 29 minus 5, 24.
24 hits.
23 plus 10, 33 for the first shot. And let me mark down that grit point.
So you've used 2 grit points now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
His second shot is a 20, just flat 20.
20 hits.
Okay. 19.
19 points of damage?
Yep.
So how many total points of damage did you do right there?
19 plus 33, 52.
52?
Yeah.
He's still standing, but took a good chunk out of him.
Okay. Roland's just going to say, maybe not stand so close there, bud.
He says something back to you in Abyssal that you can't understand.
I'm sure.
Gustar, you're up.
I have a demon in front of me still, right?
You have 2 demons in front of you. There's a green one and a purple one. A green shadow demon and a purple one ran up on you guys. That's not accurate where they are. The blue one's dead.
Oh.
The blue one died when Haisk ran in, So
Yeah.
right now you have
And which one's Roland on?
The wrong way.
Roland is in the back corner. There's the red and the green one ran up on you guys. The purple one is in the corner with Roland.
So how far away am I
You're within 10 feet.
of Roland?
Of Roland? I'd say probably 30 feet.
Okay. So what I'm going to do... no, Good Star, sorry. What's Good Star going to do? Not the right accent.
I love how Gustar went from like the Diablo 3 to the surfer boy from
sorry.
California.
that was wrong.
What's Gustar gonna do, bro?
Gustar.
Try pineapples on your pizza.
Johnny Montana.
I'm going to cast Kinetic Jaunt on myself.
Okay.
Please read that because I've never heard of that before. It sounds delightful.
So Kinetic Jaunt is you magically empower your movement with dance-like steps.
Wait. Can we please say
Hold on, I gotta read it.
Can we say it's moonwalking?
Sure.
No, I don't think we can say that.
I don't think Gustar would know, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Giving yourself the following benefits for the duration. Your walking speed increases by 10 feet. So instead of 30, I have 40.
Okay.
You don't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay. You wouldn't. You're 10 feet away, but
Well, hold on one moment, sir, and you'll find out what my plan is.
fuck around, find out.
You can move through the space of another creature, and it doesn't count as difficult terrain. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I picture her doing it.
I know.
He doing it.
Yes, he.
Pardon me.
How dare you?
Gangnam Style.
Oh,
my
that might be better too. Just galloping across the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cinematically, camera zooms in, and now you have sunglasses on for some reason.
Moonwalk halfway, then all of a sudden
Gangnam
turn.
Style.
Like, I really would. Okay, so the issue with this being a
then at
podcast
the
is that
end,
I
you gotta do
can't
hammer
act
time.
this out. But he's very badly just like trying to like old style
Gotcha. Makes sense.
move
So
himself.
he looks like Ulrich von Liechtenstein trying to dance in a Knight's Tale.
Exactly. Exactly. Just kind of hopping around his steps.
That's a pull.
And he goes
Great
up to the
pull for that.
first shadow demon that's within 10 feet.
Okay.
That's going towards the direction of Roland. So whichever that one is. I think it's the red one, I'm assuming.
They would be in the opposite direction of Roland. Roland is in the back corner. So Roland is in this back corner right here. Yep. Roland walked in.
I thought it was that way.
Roland is here.
Okay.
He came in and went along
Fuck
here.
it. I still have what I'm wanting.
They're one
I
of
go
the
up to
families.
one of them. I go up to whichever one's on my right.
Okay. The red one.
Yeah. And try to fuck them up with my sickle with my crimson right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. That would be a 15.
15 hits.
Hey, well.
Not once of us that I have to do that.
Okay, they're both 2. So I have 2 regular attack and 2 radiant.
2 regular and 2 radiant. So your radiant damage is times 2. So 6 points total, I believe. Are your sickles just regular, though? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So the 2
that's
is
half.
fine.
No, if it's not a magical weapon, it doesn't do full damage. It does half.
I understand.
So you do 5 points of damage total with the one attack.
Okay.
Are you swinging through the other one?
No, because I did bonus action cast a
bonus
spell.
action. Okay.
But what I am doing is now dance stepping myself back to get to Roland.
Can you do that? I know nobody else can see it at home, but can you dance step back again? how did that go?
No, I just do a little move. A little quick step and a hop.
It's really sad. It's like those people who square dance by themselves,
Yeah.
She just do-si-doing backwards.
but there's
So-
no music.
Real quick.
he's-
So I had it follows Gustar's. Oh, and on top of this, when he is dancing back to go towards Roland, I think I'm gonna be 10 feet shy though.
So you're going to go forward, poke. So you're going to take 5 feet, poke, and then you're going to move at a diagonal.
So if it's
35
just
feet
5
towards
feet,
Roland.
I have 35 feet to
I
Roland.
would say you can get to the other side of the...
Near Roland.
Yeah.
So whenever I get there, that's whenever I will yell out in Celestial, I smell your fear and death.
Roland looks visibly confused. Like he's 100% focusing on the demon in front of him. And he like kind of like side eyes and like does a full double take. And he just kind of grins and just shrugs his shoulders.
As
Star's just
Gustar-
trying to impress Roland.
I was going to
so
say,
hard.
Roland gives that side eye as Gustar is dancing across the room in the middle of battle. Got it.
Like
Got it.
when you get like to me, Roland will just say, "Do your thing," I guess.
Oh, he smiles so big. Oh no, do we need to like knock down those pillar things to get it to stop
Like the
bringing
flames.
some...
It's gonna keep pooping out shadow demons.
Oh, fuck.
You see another shadow demon come out of the portal. It moves 60 feet. It is headed for Gustar and Roland in the corner.
That's a weird movement. Why would it...
Well,
I'm not going to question.
it sees a fair fight here at 2 and 2, and it sees an unfair fight over here 2 on 1. So it's moving. Garon, you're up.
Garon's visibly frustrated because his swords are not doing their normal damage because he left his magical one on the freaking boat like a dumbass.
Wait, what?
He left his magical
weapon?
and I forgot to grab it.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to use my
He did say that he had 2 great swords and he was removing one on the boat.
Oh my god.
No. So I'm going to use my Crimson Right. Which 2 are closest to me? The green and...
The green and the red one here on the board are the closest to you.
I'm going to attack. I'm going to get within striking distance of the green one and attack it first with...
What you're already in striking distance
Okay.
to it. You're within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
Because that's the one that you swung at and hit.
Yeah.
Or no, did you swing at the blue one?
I swung at the blue one first.
Yeah, you swung at the blue one and then the green one ran up. That's right.
Okay, so I'm going to attack the green one
Okay.
with both of my normal attacks. Oh, that one doesn't hit. But on this next attack, I'm going to use a bonus action for my Crimson Right to imbue my weapon with 1d4 fire damage. So
Okay.
it hits.
So did you act for a bonus action? You have to cut yourself to activate
Yes.
that.
Yes,
So
he cut his arm.
so take your damage for it. Roll your d4 because you do damage to yourself when you activate this blood magic.
1.
So you take 1 point of damage to activate your blood magic.
And then I rolled a natural 1 on my second attack.
Oh, really? Roll another d20.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
No.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
Oh, okay.
You don't get to hit. What was the number on the dice?
8.
8? Okay. Under 10. So you ran up. Haisk is right there. Roll damage for your attack.
I'm gonna decapitate.
Hey, pick up his sword if you do.
There you go, bud.
11.
11 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
So as you swing through, and did that include your Crimson Right? Roll your right damage too. If it didn't include it, you got to roll the right damage too. It's all in that weapon.
2.
So Haisk sees you basically activate your Crimson Right, lets down his guard and turns towards the red shadow demon that is in front of him, and then feels a searing pain as... What were you using? Were you using your claws or
I was using my greatsword.
your great? Oh, you were using your greatsword.
Yeah.
So a greatsword just strikes him in the back, and he lunges forward towards the shadow demon and turns around in confusion to see you standing there with a sword, and he immediately yells at you, "What is wrong with you? This is not what we came here to do. Attack the blood demons."
I did!
Now the purple shadow demon that is in front of Roland will lash out at Roland.
Dodge. Declare dodge.
There you go. It worked. Confidence.
He doesn't have it in him. Maybe he does.
Does an 18 hit you? Maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh. You take 14 points of psychic damage as his claws pass through you.
That ain't nothing.
And
I miss my mommy.
roll a perception check.
Not great. Not great. 7.
Gustar, you can roll a perception check as well.
15.
Gustar notices that he sinks almost into the shadows and moves back along the wall. Gustar, you are able to take an attack of opportunity on him if you would like.
15.
15 hits?
And this would just be regular damage. It wouldn't be my crimson, right?
If your weapon is activated with the Crimson Right, you can, if you're attacking with that weapon, it would still get the Crimson Right.
Oh shoot, I didn't designate. Okay, here. Let me.
That's okay. That's okay.
Well,
Just
there's
give me
2 and
what the
3.
damage is. 2 and 3, so we'll say super easy. We'll say that the 2 was your regular weapon and the 3 was a Crimson Right, so you do 4 damage. So you hit him, he goes over to the wall. Roland can't quite see him as he's shifted into the shadows. His stealth roll was higher than your perception roll.
Right.
Lars moved around to where he can see the human behind the portal, correct?
I don't know if I've got that. Have I got that far yet? Or has he gotten that far yet?
You're about 25 feet away from the portal where you're swinging out wide enough.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to say because you're swinging out wide enough, you have line of sight on the guy that's by the portal.
Right.
And what you see, and what nobody else sees because of the portal, is there is a large hand that reaches out from the portal, and you watch as it grabs the head of the individual that's there, and you hear cracking and crunching as he crushes the skull and drops the individual that was there.
What the
As this happens, you hear... You guys don't speak Abyssal, so it sucks. I was hoping somebody would pick up Abyssal. But in Abyssal, he screams out,
"The pawns have served their purpose. Find a way above ground. Tonight, Utagi returns to Manassas."
This is where we will end part 1 of the Cocked, a Real Play D&D podcast Halloween special. The Order of the Bloodhawks have tracked some strange activity to an ancient temple on the island of Vinveil. Upon entering the temple, the party recognized symbols associated with the Shadowfell plane and discovered an apparent ritual which opened a portal to welcome shadow demons to the lands of Manassas. Thank you again for tuning into Cocked, a Real Play D&D podcast Halloween special. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our cast and crew. Details can be found in the episode descriptions.